Hi, good morning, good afternoon. I hope you're having an amazing time, friends. Don't forget that I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. I wish I'd be there with you at school so we can work together and have some fun and enjoy. But like everyone else, we're working from home, we're studying from home. And here I am again, once again. This week, we're going to focus on technology and we're going to focus mostly on Read2Go because you have a Bookshare account now, okay? So here we go, follow along. Get out your iPad, please, or your Chromebook or your PC, whatever you have. But for this particular case, we're going to use your Read2Go app on your iPad. Okay, so I have an app that I call Reading, and I'm going to click on this, and I have my Read2Go here and my voice stream. We could use either of those to access my Bookshare books, but I'm going to use my Read2Go today. And so usually it takes you right to your bookshelf. And right now it says I have a book uploaded. But I want to go down below towards the middle, all the way down below. I don't know. Oh, it's faded. So there's some icons down here. We have my books, and you can't see, but there's another one that says search Bookshare, and then settings, and then help. I want you to hit the settings. And in here, you're going to sign in. And because you do have a Bookshare account now, you're going to
sign in.
Hit your sign in. Mom and dad can help. Make sure you use your username, and usually that is your email, the one you use to register. So your email goes in your username. Go ahead and write down your password and make sure you select Remember Me, so that way when you're in there, you don't have to always sign in and out or sign in.
Remember Me.
So make sure you turn that on, because otherwise you're going to have to sign in every time you come in. So go ahead and do that. Type in your username and password, please. So once you have your password and username, go ahead and hit sign in.
Sign in.
And it should give you a little message that says user account authentication, sign in succeeded. Oh, we love that. So go ahead and say okay.
Settings.
So we're logged in, and this is where it comes it becomes even funner. Okay, so on your settings, you want to make sure you have your font size selected, visual and audio. So font size is basically how big you want your words to be when you're reading. Visual is like your background, if you like it black on white, green on white, so all of that good stuff. And then audio is how fast you want it, what the speed is, and then you can change the voices as well. So go ahead and play with that for a little bit. Have your student guys tell mom and dad what font size you like. I currently have a 61-point font size on mine.
Font size settings.
And to do this, you just drag your cursor or your little circle
61
there.
61 point. 51 point. 37 point. 27 point.
And you can always, it's going to keep talking.
55 point. 55 point.
So I'm going to leave it at 55-point font just for this video. I want to go back to settings.
Settings.
And then I'm going to hit the visual.
Visual settings.
And this is where there's so much to choose from. Don't be intimidated. And this is where I need you to play with it. So it says foreground color, background color, highlighted color or highlight color. This is a very important one because when it's reading to you, it will highlight as it reads. So pick a color that suits you, that you like, word highlighter, and then bookmark color. So when we read, we can also put bookmarks on here so that we know exactly where we left off. And then there's also like show images. There's some books that will not have images, but I always have this selected because I want to see images all the time. And so anyway, so I think the most important ones here are the foreground, this little section. So go ahead and play with that by selecting it.
Foreground color selected Y.
And it's kind of neat because it gives you exactly what it should look like when you select your foregrounds and stuff. And
visual settings.
And I have mine on black on white is why you see it this way. So let me see.
Foreground color selected Y.
So let me just say, sometimes yellow works very nicely.
Visual settings.
And as you can see now, all the writing is in yellow. So anyway, you're going to have to do this on your own. You're going to have to play with some of these and see what works best for you and your student. And then go back.
Settings.
And then this is where, because I'm logged in, I can search for books. Oh, look, you can see it now. Search for books. So go ahead and
search Bookshare.
And sometimes it's like, hey, I don't know what to look for. I can't think of a book title. You can always do popular, the latest books. But I like to use categories because then I could see, hey, do I have an elementary student? Do I have a middle school student? Do I want to read the newspaper? Do I want an article? So you can go ahead and do categories.
Categories list. Results 1-51 of 51.
And this is really neat because it does give you each category. If you want to look at animals, children's books, art and architecture, cooking, food. And as you can see, there's some books that are not going to be appropriate for your student. And this is why you are the account holder and you should always make sure you know what your student is downloading because some of these are not meant for your students, okay? And because you're an account holder and this is an individual account, the student will have access to all of these if you do not keep an eye on these. So make sure when you work on Read2Go, know what your student is downloading, please. So that way you know what's happening and what they're looking at. Okay, so for this particular lesson, we're going to look at children's books. But I just wanted you to see the variety of all the stuff that is accessible. Okay, so we're going to do
category. Children's books. Results 1-100 of 74,924.
Oh my. Look at all those books. So this is why it's sometimes important for you to kind of know what book you're going to research or want because you will have, what did it say, 74,000 books to look at. So this is how you do it. And what's tricky, you do not get a picture. I know that's sometimes very hard. However, if you go into Bookshare, you will see, if you want to see, what is Summer Sun, you want to see this title, you can go into your Bookshare account, write this in, and then visually see what book that is. So let's do, let's do The Force of Destiny.
The Force of Destiny. A History of Italy since 1796. Christopher Duggan.
So it reads everything to you. And book detail.
The Force of Destiny. A History of it. The author. The author has created a sense that Italy is a fundamentally benign.
So if you have your keyboard, I'm going to turn it down. If you have your keyboard, you can hit the control button and it will make it quiet down. So anyway, it's going to read a description of the book to you. And then it's going to tell you all this information. So this book is meant for teens, it looks like. So it gives you a little bit more of a detail of what the book is about. And if you do want this book, you would hit download and it will download for you. And then that should be it. So this is how you download books. You kind of go in here and select. However, if you know what book you want, you can write it in the title author and just type it in here and it will search for it and find it, hopefully. Okay? And like I said, if you want to learn more about settings, you can go back to settings. And I forgot to review the audio. This is where we can change the speed, how fast they're reading to us, and then you can change the voice. If you don't like this voice, there's other voices. I think there's 2 other voices. We have a Heather, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, we have a Heather and a Ryan. So you can play with those and see what voice you prefer. And so that is it when you are in Read2Go. And then your books, where it says My Books, you should have a list of all your books in here. I'm sorry I made this video very, very long. I just wanted to make sure I reviewed everything with you so that you know exactly what to do when you are in your Read2Go app. Okay? I think what I'll do next is I will do another one on Bookshare so that you can go back and forth if you need to, because you can also download books via your Bookshare account and open your Read2Go app and see it. You will be able to see those books because it automatically sends them to your Bookshare when you download them, okay? Anyway, have fun this week. Play with Bookshare, set your settings on the font and the colors you'd like, and read, read, read.